Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Just running some checks. I'll be with everyone. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure to be your trainer today. My name is Chidima, and I work with the Public and Private Development Center. First and first, we are going to have lots and lots of fun. And I know we have some group of teachers listening via the screen. So I would appreciate during the training there will be lots of questions. I would like the training to be interactive and engaging. So if you have any question, please inform the teacher coordinator over there to type it in the chat box. Then I'll see it and then I will address the question. So I will just repeat myself again. If you have any question as I run the training, as I take each section, kindly inform the teacher coordinator where you are, and then he or she will have to type it in the chat box and I'll address the question. Thank you very much. So, we all know the internet is a powerful tool. We can do so many things online. So, to start today, I'll be asking some questions and okay, since we don't have anyone joining online yet, we only have a group of teachers. It's just to talk about wherever you are, it's just to think about the first day you joined the internet and whether you use the internet once in a day, whether you use the internet once in a week, whether you use the internet once in a month, or if you even use the internet at all. Okay, so now we are going to do a quick survey to find out how we like to use the internet. So, these kind of questions, when you are training your students, it's always advisable to group them. So you come to your class, rather than asking the question to the entire student in the class, it's better that you group you put each student in a group, maybe a group of 4, and then you design each question in a little card and give it to each group, number each group, and then allow them to brainstorm on the questions. When you allow them to brainstorm on the questions, they will agree and then nominate someone who will now present their answer to the rest of the class. The reason why this is effective is because you're allowing them to think and share experiences. You're allowing them to brainstorm and come up with solution themselves. Okay, so now we know that the internet, like I said earlier, is a powerful tool. But with this great power comes great responsibility. And in the world of the internet, there are some dangers. If we want to continue our awesome adventure through the world of the internet, we must learn to stay safe. That's the bottom line. We must learn to stay safe. So, all through this training, we are going to be treating 5 pillars of Be Internet Awesome. To qualify as a true hero of the internet, you must be sharp. That's the first pillar. You must be sharp. You must be strong. You must be alert. You must be kind. You must be brave. So these are the 5 pillars of Be Internet Awesome that we are going to be treating all through this section. So we are going to start with the first pillar. Be sharp, share with care. The internet connects us all and allows us to share in ways we have never before been able to. We can reach out to friends near and far with just a click. So now looking at this picture, Salt Bay is just a video of a man preparing a barbecued meat of meat. And then see what the picture has transformed to. See now, the video of Salt Bay has over 6 million views as of 3rd of June 2019, and it has also been remade all over the web, as you can see on the t-shirt, on the cup, and even someone trying to mimic him. So just because the video was a good content, over 6 million people had viewed this particular video. We all know about our very own Archangel comedy, Emanuela, right? We all know about the Archangel comedy. Now, Archangel comedy and this particular video that you are seeing is electricity. It has over 10 million views on YouTube. 10 million people, 10 million views on YouTube. It's important to remember that anything you share has the potential to be forwarded. That's the essence of this. Whatsoever you share on the internet, it has the potential to be forwarded. Funny videos like this one being plastered all over the internet is harmless. But what if the picture or video going viral was something embarrassing or damaging to you? Always think about that. You never know who of your friends could be what we like to call an oversharer. You know who I'm talking about. The one who loves to spread information about others, whether mean spirited or well intended. I'm sure that at some point you've either seen or heard about pictures of a post that got out of hand because of screenshots and oversharing. Once you have shared information, it might be able to go anywhere all over the web. So once you click that send button, just know that millions of people out there are probability and possibility that millions of people out there will have access to that content that you are posting. So take, for example, this conversation that you are seeing. Chopi said, I hate my teacher, and she posted it on her page. I hate my teacher. Remy responded, me too. But remember what I said earlier, whatsoever you post has the tendency of reaching millions of people out there. And millions of people could be, among the millions of people could be the teacher that she was referring to. And can you see the teacher responding saying, you do realize you do realize we are friends online, right? So now, what happened here? Why might Triple be in trouble now? So the thing is that the internet is full of many stories of people who shared more information than they should have, and they got caught by their bosses, friends, and teachers. Just like in the real world, you share different things with different people. For example, while you may invite friends and family into your home, that doesn't mean that you allow them to go into your room and poke around at all your personal stuff. The web is the same way. You want to be sure that friends, families, and strangers only see the stuff you want them to see. It's a good idea to have a look at your share settings and talk with a trusted. So this is all. So I always tell teachers, when you educate your students, your pupils about online safety, tell them whatsoever they see on the internet that makes them feel uncomfortable, they should always speak and talk with as trusted adults. It's very, very important. Now, sharing can also be an incredible force of good if done the right way. We are going to watch a video, and I want you to think about what's happening in this video. So stay with me while I play the video. It's a 1 minute video. Wow. Yeah, when you post online, you post to the world. When you post online, you definitely post to the world. When you post online, you definitely post to the world. Okay. So, like I said earlier, sharing can also be an incredible force of good. As you can see in this video, they wanted to play their soccer, the soccer field was littered. The lady took a picture of them playing in the same littered soccer field, and seeing that the boy got caught up with the dirt, she now posted the video, and the video got to the right table. And before you knew it, they cleared up and cleaned up the entire soccer field. That's what the internet did. That's why they say it is an incredible force of good if you post things that are what? If you post things the right way. So now, looking at these questions, I will be reading them out, and then I'll be telling you which ones are okay to share with anyone, which ones are okay to share with family and friends, and which ones are okay not to share with anyone at all. So with this type of questions, when you're asking your students, you ask them and then you wait for them to give you an answer. So you are actually asking them, okay, let's take the first card that says your home address and your phone number. So you ask them, do you think it's okay to share with anyone or just friends and family or not at all? Looking at this question, you'll be hearing various responses, but the correct answer to this question is that you can share your home address and phone number with just your family and your friends, not with everyone. And of course, news article, this one you can share with everyone. Your email address, you can share with family and friends. Your photo and music, family and friends. Dictionary definition, you can share with anyone. Compliments about others, you can share with anyone. Your holiday dates, you can share with family and friends. Your school's location, you can share with family and friends. Answers to the test. If it's exam practice, you are not allowed to share with friends. But if it's like for study purposes, of course, you're allowed to share with friends. An embarrassing photo of your friend sleeping, you are not allowed to share this with anyone. So you emphasize here and you tell them that they are not allowed to share an embarrassing photo of their friends sleeping. Your schoolwork, you are not allowed to share with anyone. Your except the one that will help your peers, your friends, in order to be better with their schoolwork. Of course, you can share with them. Then the location of a restaurant, you can share with family and friends. A nasty message about your teacher. Oh, no, 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 no. You are not allowed to share that with anyone. Your friend's homework. Nope. And of course, invitation to your party, you are not allowed to share with everyone. You can just share with family and friends and just the ones that you wish. So these are the kind of questions, they are engaging and interactive questions. So you throw it out there, then the idea here is that you need to hear what their responses are before you can now go ahead to give them the correct answer. Now, we can prepare to fight against the oversharer by equipping ourselves with the information. When we know what we want the world to see and what we don't, we can make informed decision about what we circulate online. So we are going to play a game of true and false, but because we are all watching as a group, I'm just going to be explaining them as we move forward. So the first one is, once it's on the internet, it stays there forever. So I'm asking you, do you think this is true or false? Once it's on the internet, it stays there forever. Do you think it's true or do you think it's false? So the answer to this question is what? Is true. Whatever you share may be associated with you for a very, very long time. So try to maximize the positive. It's very important. Over 1.3 billion people use the internet. Wow, that's a huge number. Remember, it's over 1.3 billion. Do you think this is true or false? Of course, it's true. There are so many people out there on the internet. Oh, and all of that. And the thing is that all of these people potentially have access to the things that you share on the internet. They potentially have access to the things that you share on the internet. Now, people like it when they become a meme. Do you think that people like it when they become a meme? Do you think it's what people like? They like being a meme. So of course, false. The thing is that seeing meme makes us to laugh. But the people in that picture, the honest truth is that the people that they are using to create those memes, they are not happy about it. The reports that they get from them is that it makes them feel very upset and scared at not being able to control their own image. You know, anyone can just take a picture out there and create a meme on it, and it makes those people furious. So yes, they are not happy of their pictures being converted to memes. Sharing online can reveal our location. Do you think this is true or false? Sharing online can reveal location. Do you think it's true or false? And the answer is what? True, of course. Sharing online, yes. And maybe the question should be, what are the dangers associated with people knowing your whereabouts? Have you ever thought about that? Do you really want people to know where you are? Very important question. If I don't share it with my parents, they won't say it. Trust me, when you ask them this question, you are going to get incredible, fascinating responses. Some of them believe that if they don't share anything with their parents won't say it. But the truth is that it's false. It's false. It is what? False. We all know that. We all know how quickly, like I said, over 1.3 billion people, they're on the internet. So now we know how quickly information can travel through the web. Many people who you never intended to share with can end up with the information you put online. So yes, we are done with be sharp, share with care. So congratulations, you have passed the first test. We are going to move over to the second pillar. Remember when I started, I said we have 5 pillars. Be sharp, we are done treating be sharp. So we are moving over to the second pillar. And the second pillar is be strong, secure your secrets. So why? Why do we need to be strong? There are hackers about, and he can get hold of your personal information by just guessing a weak password. This is how fast they can. Once they can guess a weak password, they can hack into your account. Unfortunately, most people make it too easy for hackers to gain access to their devices. These are some popular passwords. Can you guess them? Of course, they are very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second one, password. The third one, hello. These are some popular passwords that people use. And you are just making it so easy for hackers to do what? Hack into your account. So what is a strong password? What do you think a strong password is? A strong password must contain 8 to 12 characters. A strong password must have mixture of numbers and letters. A strong password must contain uppercase and lowercase characters. A strong password must contain special characters. So now let's memorize it, right? Great. Now you know what strong passwords to use and what password not to use. But what use is a password if you don't remember it? What use it is? So now we all know that you can't write down your password. You can't do that. Writing it down is as the same as giving it out. So now we have to develop a way to remember our passwords. So now, can you crack this code? It's very easy. One of the way to create strong password is just to swap out the letters with special characters or numbers that look like the letters in some way. With a friend, you can try to connect the letter with this special character or number. So as you can see here, A 3 can be swapped with an E because, yeah, when you turn an E the other way around, it reads a 3. A T can be used as a plus. An O can be used as a 0. An I can be used as an exclamation mark. A G can be used as a 9. A T can be swapped with 7. S can be swapped with 5. L can be swapped with 1. And B can be swapped with 8. So let's put our knowledge into practice to create an unbreakable, unhackable, and totally memorable password. You will need a pen and a paper to complete this task, and also to listen carefully and follow instructions. So I'll just give everybody 1 minute to just grab a paper and a pen with you, because this section is really, really very interested. Is you are going to learn how to create a very strong password that you can remember, that cannot be broken, that cannot be hacked. So grab your pen and grab your paper. 1 minute. Okay, I trust we all have the paper and the pen. The first step is to think of a fun phrase or an event that you can remember and write it down. It could be your friend's favorite film or children's book. When I'm from what high school one of your friends graduated from. Okay, in this case, my own example, I'm going to use my little brother Ethan was born in December. But you should come up with your own. Okay, you should come up with your own. You have like 30 seconds to do so. Come up with your phrase. My own phrase is my little brother was born in Ethan, like my little brother was born in Ethan. So I can't forget this phrase because this is fact. So now on a new line on that piece of paper that you have on a new line, below your phrase, rewrite your phrase, but this time around use the first letter for some or all the words in the phrase or title. Look at my example. My then was now the M. Little is just an L. Brother is just the B. Ethan stays at Ethan. Was with W. Born is now B. So if you look at it, it still reads that word. My little brother Ethan was born in December. Great. Now the next step, on another new line, you are going to rewrite your phrase, but this time around, change some of the letters to numbers and some to symbols. Look how I have done mine. As you can see, if you look at the Ethan, I changed. Remember when I say we cracked the code and I said E can be used as a 3, right? So Ethan has been changed from E to 3. And of course, December, if you look at December, the B part of the December has been swapped with an 8. And the E part of the December has been swapped with a 3 as well. And then the I that was in the in, I swapped the I with an exclamation mark. So as you can still see, my phrase still reads, my little brother Ethan was born in December. Finally, make some letters uppercase and some letters lowercase. So the B there is being made uppercase, the D uppercase. Now, as you can see, it still reads, my little brother Ethan was born in December. In order to know if this has worked, you just have to remember, and also to help you remember, write down your password 2 more times and memorize and memorize and memorize. That will help you to remember, because remember, it's a fun, it's a phrase, it's a fact, The phrase is fun. Like with my example, my little brother was born in December. There's nothing that will change the fact that my little brother was born in December. That's why it's always important that you use a phrase. Then you swap the letters, make some lowercase, make some uppercase, put some special characters to make it strong and tight. Now, to recap, we are going to go through this list. And if you think it's a do, just where you are, just shout do. And if you think it's a don't, where you are, seated nicely, just shout don't. Sorry. Oh, I've already shown this question. Okay, but let's go over it. Use a unique password for each of your important accounts. Of course, the answer is what? Do. Use personal information like your name, your address, your phone number when you make a password. Do you think it's advisable to do that? If you joined online, you can respond by typing in the chat box. Do you think it's advisable to use your personal information when you create a password? And the answer, because of time, the answer is what? Don't. Don't ever use your personal information because these are information that people know you for. So it's not advisable that you use your personal information. Okay? Don't use your personal information. Scammers can, like, it's more easy for them to guess using people's personal information. Now, use a password that is easy to guess, like your nickname or your favorite baseball team. Nope, nope, nope. The answer is don't, 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 don't. Use at least 8 characters when creating a strong password. Of course, we just treated that now. It's a do. Share your password with people so you don't forget it. Share your password with people so that you don't forget it. Is it advisable that you should share your password with people so that you don't forget it? Of course, you don't share your password with anyone. When you share your password with any people, anybody, you make yourself and others vulnerable. So it's a no-no. Log out of your account when after you finished on a public computer. So you go to a cyber cafe and you are done using it and should you log out or you just close the system? Which one should you do? Of course, you do it. Always log out of account when and after you are done using a public computer. If you don't log out of the computer, what use is the password? Because the next person that will use it already has access to your account. And you know the funny part, or not funny part, the terrible part is that once they are in your account, they can even log you out. They did that to my sister. They can log you out, change the password, and you will not have access to your account again. So always remember to log out. Always remember to log out. Tick remember my password when using a public computer. You know that little box that comes out when you've imputed your username and your password. It brings it out and say remember my password. Don't ever click on that. Don't ever click on that, especially when you are using a public computer. Don't ever, it's a don't ever click on that. Log out of your computer, and after you are done, don't just log out. Don't ever click on remember my password. Because the thing is that the next person that will use that computer, once they open it, it will automatically open up your account. That's what it does. So yes, we are done with the second pillar. We are getting there. Stay with me. Please stay with me. We are getting there. Be strong, secure your secrets. The third one is be alert. Don't fall for fake. Everyone knows you never take candy from a stranger, right? Well, the same principle applies online. It's important to be able to know the difference between what's real and what's fake on the internet. Sometimes fishers might try to impersonate someone or something you know. It's called phishing. It's called phishing. Phishing is defined as the attempt to obtain sensitive information, such as your username, your password, and credit card details, or your ATM details, often for bad reasons, by disguising as if a trustworthy entity in an electronic communication, like your friend or even your bank. It's a good reminder to be on a lookout and stay clear from anything that seems fishy. Fishers are good at what they do. Trust me, they are very good at what they do. And they are getting better every day. But with a few tips, you can learn to steer clear of the fisherman's attack. Maybe you've seen a post like this. right? It looks like it was posted from my friend's account, but it says something she would never say. This is an example of a link you shouldn't click on because it could take you to a site that misuses your personal information or downloads something harmful onto your computer. Also look at this. This looks like a normal site, but something is off here. What's wrong with this site? When I look closer, I see that the web address is completely wrong. If I entered my email and password into this funny site, then scammers and phishers could have access to my account information. Now, anyone can fall prey to a phishing attack. That's why it's important that we stay alert. By using these guidelines, we can avoid these bad guys. The first guideline is, does the site include indicators of a trustworthy site like badges? Does the site URL matches the name and the title you are looking for? Does the offer seem too good to be true? Are there any pop-ups? Does the URL start with HTTPS? The S is very important. The S signifies safe. There are sites that just has HTTP and columns /. If the S is not there, then you should be very careful on that site. And also, is it preceded with a green padlock? There's always always a green padlock. Is the person or the site asking you to review private information? So these are the kind of thing you should know. So let's play. Do you think you can avoid a fisher? So now we're going to play a game and then to find out if really avoid a fisher. So look at the first game. Look at this. The message subject says important membership information from membership@cinemas.com. And the body says, dear trainee, a big thank you for your membership with us. Because you've been such an amazing member, would like to upgrade you to premium at no extra cost. So looking at this, do you think it's a fake or a real message? So looking at this, it's real. The email matches the supposed sender. There are no suspicious links, and it isn't forcing you to give up any confidential information. So now look at this one. Do you think it's real or fake? If you look closely, you see that this is real. The URL matches the content. There is also a security tag. There's a padlock. If you look closely, there's a padlock in the URL, and also the HTTPS is there. The S is there, and that makes it real site. Wow! Just looking at this, just taking a look at this by seeing, congratulations, you won an iPhone. Of course, it's a fake, like a fake with a big fat F. The fine print contradicts the headline. It looks like it's a pop-up, which is usually suspicious, asking you to give away contact details. Really, it's of course a fake. Looking at this one, do you think it's a fake? Another thing, it's a fake. It's fake, fake, fake. The offer is too good to be true. If you read it, let's read together. Hello, my friend. I have won the lottery and I want to share my good luck with you. I will give you $1,000, but first, please send me your bank details, full name, and password so I can give the money to you. Really, 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 really. It's too good to be true. Asking you for confidential information to give away your money seems like a generic email. I can promise you this particular person sent this same message to over 1 million people, hoping that somebody will respond to it. So of course it's a fake. Now look at this one. It's probably a fake. This one is probably, I would say probably, right? No, there's no profile picture, and it's requesting access to your personal information through your account. Although it's not always easy to tell if something is 100% real or fake, we advise you to always, always, always verify before you attend to it. So look at this one. Do you think it's a fake? This one, a lot of people always get this kind of, including me, I still get this kind of message. And it says, your Facebook account has violated our policies. To avoid account suspension, visit this link and reconfirm it. Facebook security team. Really, this is fake. Businesses that hold your important information like Facebook won't send you a text message to warn you about violations. And of course, the link also looks suspicious. Yay, we are done with the third pillar. We are getting there. Two more pillars and we are done. The third pillar, we are done. Now you know how to be alert and how not to fall to fake. Fantastic. The fourth pillar, be kind. It's cool to be kind. 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 Have you heard the phrase, treat others the way you want to be treated? What do you think it means? This also applies online. This means that you should only post, comment, or forward something if you wouldn't mind someone doing the same to you. Unfortunately, there are troublemakers out there hurting feelings and being cruel to others online. The worst thing about troublemakers is that bad vibes can spread very fast, like very fast. Vibe, it spreads. By being cruel to others online, you can turn them into troublemakers too. That's why it's very important to use our internet power to stop troublemaking in its tracks. Now, now here, the first thing when you're treating this particular topic, the first thing, how to be kind to people on the internet when you're treating it with your students, the first thing to ask them is that ask them if they have seen anything or something that has made that it's or some if they have seen someone being nasty online. Ask them this question and allow them to respond to you. Then when they respond, also ask them if it makes them how that makes them feel, whether it makes them feel really sick or like annoyed. Ask them, wait for their response. So the thing is that the best part of about kindness is it makes everyone feel good. Kindness, it makes everyone feel good. Even the person who gives the kindness even feels good as well. Now, to demonstrate this, I'm going to be asking, I'll ask you to look at the person on your right and on your left and say something nice about them. I know I have a group of teacher watching. Thank you for your patience once again, and thank you for being part of this training. So please just say something nice to your neighbor. Look at your neighbor and say something nice to them, and then wait for their response and say something nice to them. This can be something you like about their personality, something they do well, something nice that they are wearing today. Just say something nice to them. Okay. It feels good to be kind, doesn't it? I'm sure hearing them say all those nice things to you, it makes you feel very, very kind, right? It feels very good. There are lots of opportunity to be kind online. Can you think of any three? Now we're going to go through them. You have so many opportunities to respond, post, and comment. So why not be positive? I challenge you to try to do something positive online each day. Leave an encouraging comment or send someone a thank you text. These sort of little acts of positivity will not only make you feel great, but they will also inspire other people to be kind online. So, what would you do if you find yourself in this kind of situation? Like, these are the kind of questions you should be asking your students, and then you wait for their response before you provide advice and solution for them. So, if any of your students fall in this kind of in this scenario, what would you do as a teacher? Someone found your friend's phone and sent a really mean message about another student to a bunch of people on her soccer team. As a teacher, what would you do? Here we always advise that you know, or you don't only call out the cyber bully, the bully. You also support the victim. So there are two people that you are going to associate with. The person that wrote this, the person that did this, of course, you have to call them out and caution them, advise them, tell them the ill about cyberbullying, tell them the negative, there are consequences regarding cyberbullying. Now, for the victim, the person who is being bullied, you have to advise them. Tell them that they are not who other people say they are. Tell them that what people say about them online does not make them. Encourage them, support them, say kind words to them. There's also this one. Someone is posting seriously mean comments about one of the students in the class on your class blog. First thing, remove the person that is doing that, then caution the person. Then, of course, the victim, you have to also reach out to the victim and encourage the victim. There's an online game that a bunch of your friends play a lot. This one time, one player starts playing saying really nasty stuff about one of your friends who is playing, and they just won't stop. Here, what would you do? Here, what you should advise them to do is that whenever they are playing game online and people start acting this way, saying nasty things about them, the first thing to do is to ignore them. They shouldn't ask them, why are you saying all those things to me? No. There are four things to do. The first one is to ignore. They have to ignore the person. Save the evidence, report the person, and block the person. I'll go over it again. The first thing to do, the first way of treating a bully: ignore the bully, save the evidence. So you are saving the nasty things that they say so that you can use it to report, then you block. Blocking is the last thing you should do. Don't block the person yet without doing the first three. Because once you block the person, you won't be able to report the person, and the person will continue to inflict the same pain on others. So we don't want that. So remember, you can help stop the spread of harmful or untrue messages by not passing them on to others. Block means spirited or inappropriate behavior. Make an effort. Make an effort to provide support to those being bullied. Be an upstander and encourage others to speak up. When you see someone being mean to another person online, making them feel embarrassed or left out, making fun of them, disrespecting them, hurting their feelings, you always have a choice. First, you can choose to be an upstander instead of a bystander by helping the target. And remember, it is up to all of us together, as collectively, as an online community, to keep the internet great. So, yes, we are done with be kind. Now we are going to move over to the last pillar. We almost there, the last pillar. Be brave. When in doubt, talk it out. Lastly, being internet brave means when in doubt, you talk it out. One lesson that applies to any and all encounters of the digital kind: when you come across something questionable, you should feel comfortable talking about it with trusted adult like parents. Or so, yeah, like I said, it's always important that you advise them to talk to trusted adult like their parents or teachers like yourself. The internet can be confusing place, but the more you know, the more people on your side, the more powerful you will be. It's a brave and very appropriate thing to do, to tell a trusted adult if you see anything online that makes you feel sad. Together we can defeat the bad guys. So here are our tips for being brave and talking about issues online. Say something. Very important. Say something. If you come across something, say it. Always encourage them to talk to trusted adults. Then talk it out. Asking for help when you are not sure what to do is a brave thing to do. Always remind them that it's always a brave thing to do when they ask for help. Report and block inappropriate content. Get proof. And don't be afraid. If you tell them that if they receive any creepy message or comment from a stranger, show a trusted adult. They should block and also report the person. Okay, to finish up, we are going to test you on how much of the hero training you absorb. In a group. So here, when you are done with the training, all you need to do is just to ask them for this last pillar. We are going to be running through some of the things you'll be expecting them to give you answers to. So you ask them, what would they do? You get a chat from someone with whom you aren't familiar with. And the chat says, I saw you in math class today. You are cute. What is your address? I can come over to hang out. There is no wrong or right answer in this activity. So the aim here is to encourage them and show them and advise them on what to do. And of course, they cannot permit this person to come over to their house to hang out without informing their parents. So the first thing to do is to inform a trusted adult. What would you do? You accidentally download a virus onto your computer. How can you respond? So in this activity, they shouldn't panic. All they need to do is to inform their parents or their teachers so that they can remove the file, install antivirus, and clean up their device. What would you do? You see a message that says, everyone wear purple to tomorrow, but don't tell Luther. Just tell Luther. What if the person is trying to bully Luther? So just tell Luther. And also confirm from your other classmates if it's a right information. A student posts a group photo in a public account and you hate the way you look in it. Would you report that photo or not? How can you respond? Remember, we are treating this session is about being brave. And for you to be brave, you need to be able to speak out. You see something you don't like, you speak out. A picture you are in, you don't like the way you look, you speak out. You ask the person that said the picture to please take it down. But the essence says that you are speaking out. You are bold enough to speak out in a polite way. Yep. We are done with the last pillar. Congratulations, you are all internet heroes. So let's recap. What have we learned today about being internet awesome? The first one is be internet smart, share with care. We are not here to tell you what you should or should not share, but we do want to suggest that you think before you share. Be mindful of what you share and with whom. Remember that anything you share has the potential to be forwarded, copied, and found by others. The second one we treated, be alert, don't fall for fake. Trust your gut. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, Google and other reputable companies will never ask you for your password over email. Know how to spot the signs of a potential scam. Always check with a parent or trusted adult before you offer up any personal information. And the third one, be internet strong. Secure your secret. Make sure you set strong passwords by making 8 to 12 characters, mixing upper and lower cases, numbers and symbols, special characters, and choose a unique yet memorable password for every site. Don't share it with anyone except for, so you always tell your students and your people that it's important that they, at their age now, they need to share their password with their parents at their age and or any trusted adult. Always remember to log out of public computers or devices. That means at school, the library, or at your friend's place, or when using a cyber cafe. Excuse me. Become familiar with your settings on different apps and sites and put them to good use. The fourth one, be kind. It's cool to be kind. Use the power of the internet to spread positivity. If you do not see anything that is cruel, unkind, or offensive, if you do see anything that makes you sad, that is cruel, and that is offensive, speak up. Take action by blocking and reporting the person and reporting that content, blocking the person. The fifth one, be brave. When in doubt, talk it out. Teachers and parents always tell them that their teachers, and also their parents have their back. If something or someone makes them feel uncomfortable, they should be able to speak out, talk it out. Be brave, be brave, be brave. When in doubt, talk it out. Yep. So we are done with today's training. And if you want to learn more about today's training, kindly visit Google Safety. They have heaps of articles and advice for how to stay safe online, including practical security advice, practical privacy tips, tips for sharing responsibility. We also have the police line over there. And of course, the Web Rangers. Web Rangers is a digital literacy project designed to allow young people to gain critical skills and knowledge about online safety. So at this time, if you have any question, kindly ask. The teacher coordinator can help typing in the chat box, then I will quickly address the question. Is there any question? I'll just wait for like 30 seconds. Any question? Any question? With all that we've treated today, we treated the 5 pillars: be sharp, be alert, be kind, be strong, be brave. If you have any question regarding any of the pillars, and if you need those resources, kindly visit Be Internet Awesome. Click on the educators section, and then you have access to resources like this that you can use to train your students as well. Be Internet Awesome. Visit Be Internet Awesome. Click on the educators section, and it will grant you access to resources that you need to use. So, in the absence of no question, I would like to use this opportunity to thank every of our teacher over there who joined this training. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being part of this training. And I hope that you'll be able to deliver the same message to your student, because like I said before, collectively as an online community, we'll be able to keep the internet safe and secured. Thank you all for being part of this training, and do enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye. Bye-bye, everyone.